So we're going to have a look here at reading and writing whole numbers up to millions. We're going to go all the way up to millions and maybe even beyond here. So, moving in. Now as you can see, I've split up this place value chart into different sections. So we've got the hundreds, tens and ones over here. The thousands over here, and our millions, and I've gone up to tens of millions, are over here. And the reason I've split that up is because as you can see, numbers work in threes from the right. So we go ones, tens and hundreds, then we go into thousands, tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, and then we would go millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, and then we'd be into billions. So it works in threes. So if you remember that, that will help you to be able to read and write these numbers. So if you were to say 1,000, where I'm pointing here, and million, where I'm pointing here, you can't go far wrong. So let's put a number in and see what we can sort out. So let's have 34 there. I'm going to split it up into the different colours just so that we can see the threes a bit more easily. 156 in there, and let's have 221. So, if we're reading from the left and we read numbers from the left, we've got 30, we've got 3 and a 4 over in the millions over here. So we've got 34 million. So we've got 34 million. So let me just rub these parts out. We're going to write 30. I'm going to go into the green again. 34 million. So I'm breaking this number up. So it looks complicated, but if we break it up, then we can start to make it quite easy. So 34, and then the million goes in there. And then I look at the next part. I look at the thousands. And remember, it works in threes, so I've got 156. 156, and all I say is 156,000. So let's go into red, and we can break it up down at the bottom. So 34,156,000. 34,156,000. And then all I've got left over at the far side here is 221. So as long as I can count into hundreds, I can count up to any number. So I've got, if we add on to then 200 and 21. So 34,156,221. The only time it can become a little bit more complicated is, let's say I've got some zeros in there. So I've got 50 in there, 107 in there, and 2. So what I can do there is I can ignore the zeros and just skip on. So I've got 50,107,000 and 2, because I've got no hundreds and no tens. So I just say each part separately. 50,107,000 and 2. Let's try this one. So we're going to look at this number. So you might want to pause it and have a go at it. The commas, the two commas, help us to break it up. So if I go count from the right, I go 1, 2, 3, that's my hundreds, and then the comma goes in there. Another 3, that's my thousands, and then I'm into my millions. So let's see if we can do it. So 45 million, 45, and there's the million, 600 and 24,000, 216. Just break it up into threes and it becomes much easier. So let's have a go at a really big number, and I will just say this one, I won't spend all the time writing it, so let's go 5, 6, 2, 4, 7, 0, 8, 1, 2, 1. So this looks really complicated, a bit really long number, but I break it up. So I've broken it up into the threes, going from the right, going that way, broken it up into threes. So if I look at each part, that's my hundreds, tens and units, that's my thousands, that's my millions, and then I'm into billions is next. So let's talk it through. We've got 5,624,708,121. So simple as that. Break it up into threes, and thanks for watching. Come back soon.